In this podcast episode, Mel Robbins explores the vital role of fun in our lives, especially during challenging times. She passionately argues that fun isn't a luxury or an optional extra. It is an essential part of what makes us human and keeps us emotionally and physically resilient. Robbins opens by reflecting on a poignant social media post by Barry Rogers, a writer for India's national newspaper, The Hindu. The post encapsulates a global shift. People have become quieter, more guarded, and overly polished in their interactions, often scrolling through phones rather than engaging fully with those around them. Conversations have become cautious and curated, lacking the spontaneity and joyful silliness that once characterized vibrant social moments. This cultural silence, Robbins highlights, is not confined to one place. It's a shared human experience marked by exhaustion and the pressures of modern life. The fear of judgment and cringiness keeps many from expressing their true playful selves, leading to an emotional airplane mode, where people are physically present but disconnected on a deeper level. Robbins introduces the concept of fun, not just as a frivolous pastime, but as a critical source of energy and health. Referencing Dr. Judith Joseph, a board-certified psychiatrist whose research shows that small moments of joy, laughter, silliness, playfulness are essential to preventing burnout, depression, and anxiety, Robbins stresses that these moments of fun act as an emotional prescription. Fun replenishes the immune system by reducing stress hormones and activating natural killer cells, reinforcing the idea that laughter is truly medicine for the body and mind. To help her listeners understand fun at a deeper level, Robbins brings in ideas from Catherine Price's book, The Power of Fun. According to Price, fun is a blend of playfulness, not taking oneself too seriously, connection with others, and being fully immersed in the moment, a state of flow where worries and time fade away. Robbins shares a joyful personal story to illustrate these principles. A 1970s-themed golf tournament with friends where dressing up in outrageous costumes transformed a typically serious, dull activity into a riotous event full of laughter and camaraderie. The fun was in the costumes, the silliness, the shared experience, which completely changed the energy and enjoyment for those involved. Robbins acknowledges that incorporating more fun might sound difficult, especially with busy schedules, responsibilities, and the mental load many carry. But rather than complicated strategies, she offers 6 simple practical habits, small gateways into more joy, that anyone can start immediately. First, Robbins encourages wearing pink glasses, a metaphor for adopting a playful outlook by making one small fun change in your day. This might be putting on colorful, quirky glasses, listening to a favorite lively song while doing chores, or adding a touch of brightness or silliness to ordinary moments. These little doses of fun inject lightness and shift perspective, making everyday tasks more enjoyable and opening the door to connection and play. The second way Robbins emphasizes is to simply say yes more often. She points out how many miss out on fun experiences by automatically declining invitations or avoiding social outings because they seem like extra work or discomfort. Instead, Robbins invites listeners to say yes, even hesitantly, promising that sometimes the most memorable and hilarious moments come from the things we least expect to enjoy. Do it for the plot, she says. Imagine your life as a story where you're the main character who enthusiastically embraces new, silly, or challenging moments, even if they feel awkward in the moment. Next, Robbins highlights the freedom of being bad at something. So many adults hesitate to try new activities because they fear failure or looking foolish, but she flips this notion on its head, reminding us that being bad at something actually makes it more fun. Without the pressure of perfection, people can relax, laugh at themselves, and create shared moments of joy. Robbins' own hilarious experience of being a terrible golfer reinforced for her the fun of imperfection. The fourth strategy is about taking ownership, becoming the driver of the fun bus. Instead of waiting for others to initiate fun, step into the role of the person who starts it. Robbins describes how moments at concerts or gatherings change when one person breaks silence by dancing or telling a funny story, fueling collective joy. She encourages listeners to assign themselves this role intentionally, remembering that their energy can inspire everyone else. Whether it's starting a dance floor wave or bringing a game to family dinners, being the initiator is a powerful way to amplify fun. One of the main barriers to fun is the fear of judgment, and Robbins' fifth point directly addresses this. You have to stop caring about what other people think. She compassionately explains that others' negative opinions often stem from their own misery or rigidity, and surrendering worries about being cringy or embarrassing frees us to express ourselves more authentically and joyfully. When you decide to let others judge while you enjoy, you reclaim power and positivity. This mindset shift is critical to unlocking more playfulness and laughter in life. Finally, Robbins debunks the myth that fun is just for kids or the young. She passionately asserts that age, fatigue, or life's seriousness should never be reasons to deny yourself fun. Sharing tales like adult friends renting a gymnastics gym to attempt backflips for a birthday, she illustrates that playful, silly activities can and should continue throughout adulthood. She urges listeners to embrace colorful choices, crazy costumes, quirky hobbies, or even just singing karaoke badly, not to impress, but to simply enjoy being alive. Throughout the episode, Robbins grounds her joyful advocacy in scientific research, personal example, and cultural commentary. Her core message is clear. Fun rejuvenates energy, boosts health, connects us to others, and breaks the cycle of burnout and numbness that so many face. Fun is not frivolous, but fundamental. It is a form of resistance to the pressures, judgments, and heavy seriousness that dominate daily life. Robbins concludes with a sincere encouragement to her listeners to reclaim that lightness and liveliness that makes life beautiful and fulfilling. She wants people to stop living on autopilot and start living in full color, to laugh louder, dance badly, wear wild socks, and say yes to the chaos and nonsense that bring fun. The invitation is to have a bright, silly, joyful life, and to remember that you are loved, valued, and capable of making life richer by simply choosing to have more fun.